And I'm sure there are lots of us that have one or two things to talk about because we must have witnessed something, like this over the years. And it will be nice to have a chat. Do you reckon what Vinicius Júnior went through yesterday when Madrid played Benfica? Do you reckon what he went through was what is meant to be? Do you think is what is meant to be? I think that to people need to be called to order. People need to be penalized. Penalized, not just, you know, probably there should be a it should be a criminal offense. I think it's when it gets to that level that we start understanding, we be able to appreciate what is at stake, that we shouldn't be discriminating against people, especially when it comes to football. So these are the things that I think we have to talk about. So I'm still waiting for people to join. If today's your first time, you are welcome. Like I said, we're talking about racism, and it's just going to be a very short one because I don't want to keep people waiting on here. So we're going to be having this discussion: what exactly happened, what transpired, what is the thing that happened, during the match. So these are the things that we're going to be discussing. And if you want to come up, please, I think you may need to send your invite. If I'm not mistaken, you may need to send your invite. Probably I can bring you up on here. So it's something it's been really close to my heart. For those of you that are joining, please let me know where you are joining from. It would be nice to get to know my audience because I can see 12 people on there. I don't know where people are from. Just send your chat. Let me know if you can hear what I'm saying. Send a chat. Let's know you. Introduce yourself in the comment section where you're joining from. Let's have a great discussion. It's just to be, you know, you reckon? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Paul, this is a very strong one. What you just said now, I don't think he's a liar. If you ask me, if someone could act for a fact, you pull up a clothing and say something, that means there's something. You said something. So I don't think that is a liar. No, I won't accept that. Anyway, that's what you feel. That's your opinion, but I feel that's not a correct statement. You are, like I'm talking now. Why can't I, even though I'm not seeing you, you're seeing me? Why didn't I just raise up my top to be like to be talking to you? Why don't I raise up my clothes to be talking to you? So when people say people are lying about things like this is someone that's been victimized over the years, repeatedly over the years. So we can't say he's lying. We can't say he's lying. I no, I don't think so. I don't think so. People, where you watching from? Where you joining from? We have six people in the house. Introduce yourself. My name is Jide. Thanks for joining myself. I'm a sports analyst, freelance sport journalist based here in England, and I dissect things. When it comes to trending things, not just trending things, but anything that is latest in the world of sports. I just dive into it. I assess it because it happened yesterday. I've been like, okay, I'm gonna come on live today. We're gonna talk about it. So, what do you guys reckon? So that is what we're gonna be talking about today. So, where are you joining from? Where are you joining from, guys? Where are you joining from, guys? We have eight people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, if you need to, I need to read from you guys. I need to get. This is my third time on YouTube, so I don't really know. I've not mastered it yet. I don't know how I can bring people up. So if you have suggestions, please do chip in. I need you guys to talk. So It's like I don't know it all. So if it's with other platforms, yes, I'm good at them. But this, I need to, you know, I need you guys to interact. Let it be an interactive session so we know what is going on. So that is what I feel about the Vinicius issue. I think that what happened was, something that needs to be addressed. People need to. It's until when people are, you know, criminally subjected to things, that's when even opponents, players, fans, that is when they will take it serious. But as it is now, I don't think people are really don't really know the consequence of what they are, what they are doing. So that is what I feel is going on now. I don't know what you guys feel. I will want to, hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? I what are your thoughts on this? I need people to be like, yes, these are the things that happened. Yeah, these are the things that happen, and these are the things that we can do to address this. So I need people to come up, but listen to people, you know, and we'll be able to go on from there. So on, if you want to join my page, I would prefer people coming onto YouTube really to have this discussion. My YouTube account is Jide Banwo, sports analyst. So you can always join me on there. I'm not going to bring anybody up on the TikTok app. It's just basically the YouTube that we're going to be bringing people up. So if you want to join, like I said, my name is Jide Banwo. I'll be able to, I should be able to bring you up on my YouTube. Please, if you want to join the discussion, go get on the YouTube, and you know my YouTube account is Jide Banwo at Jide Banwo at no, not Jide Banwo sports analyst. Jide Banwo sports analyst, not at. Yeah, I was going to mention my my email address. So it's Jide Banwo sports analyst. Jide Banwo sports analyst. So do do come on the YouTube app. Yes, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. We're waiting for people to join. We're gonna start. If you're joining me, like I said, today is the about the third time I'm coming on YouTube, and I'm still learning lots of things from people. So it's about we're talking about racism in the beautiful game in sports, especially the beautiful game. Everybody plays at least at one point or the other. Someone must have played football. So football is about the most acceptable sport, the most famous, the most acceptable sport in the world, if I'm not mistaken. And I stand to be corrected because every people love football, the beautiful game, and it has been able to bring lots of popularity, fame, to people, to players, and some others like watching football. So when things like this happen, racism always wears, its ugly head when you least expect. It's always coming to play when you least expect. And the person in question, Vinicius, is, you know, for whatsoever reason, I know he has a very strong personality himself, and oftentimes he gets into trouble. And when he does, there should be there sh- there should be racism in football or any. There should I'm believing you meant there shouldn't be racism. You meant to type there shouldn't be racism, not there should be. There shouldn't be racism in football in anywhere in the world. I'm sure that was a mistake. That was a genuine mistake that you made. Not there's a there shouldn't be racism in football. So I was talking about Vinicius. For whatever reason, he has a very strong personality that people don't really, I agree with him to some extent. I don't want to like. I don't want to use people don't like. No, people don't really probably they don't agree with him. And this has been the challenge has been going through over the years. So when things like this comes up, in the past it's been victimized. We know, you know, he shouldn't cheat. Is Paul, come on. Paul, you can't how did he cheat? I don't get it, Paul. I wish I can bring Paul up. Paul, how did he cheat? Please tell me. How did he cheat? I don't get what you're saying, Paul. How did he cheat? Paul, how do you mean? How did he cheat? When you say how did he cheat? I want to get that part. Always dive in. Paul, come on. Paul, come on. You know, all those players, it's not just him. Paul, we're talking about football. All these players, when you touch, just touch them. They always fall. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Yes, it could be like too much, yes, but that does not mean that you should be saying derogatory words to people. Paul, come on. Come on, Paul. No, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Ah, no, no, no. We won't say because he dies. Okay, yes, he dies. Let's say he dies. He dives. Is he the only one that dives? The world best. He's not the only one that does that. Probably, you know, it's something that he does almost every time. Yeah, it can be annoying, but we can't say because of that. So because he dives, so that warranted he should be racially abused. Is that what you're saying, Paul? Paul, is that what you're saying? No, 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 no. Please, I can't believe you said that, Paul. No, I can't. I can't. No, no. That's not just right. That's not just right. You know. So all those things that people are always saying that people because they die because they these people are human being. Paul, you are a human being. This person is a human being like yourself. And if you are in this kind of business, you probably do worse. Those are the things. It's not the best thing. I'm not encouraging it. But if you are in his position, you probably do worse. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Yeah, Ronaldo may not be doing that. Messi, the likes of Messi may not be doing that. It's horrible and arrogant. It's horrible and arrogant. I don't even know what to say, Paul. Is it the only one that is, horrible and arrogant of Villa? So those are the things that we're going to be talking about today. Let's say what's happened in the Championship League clash. So during Benfica and Real Madrid's playoff, that was, yesterday, Cristiani was accused of using racist law after an on-field exchange, promoting the referee to halt the game for about 10 to 11 minutes. And that was when the protocol, the anti-racism protocol, was put in place. So there was a racial slur, and Vinicius went to report to the referee, and the game has to be halted. It was halted for between 10 and 11 minutes for the racial slur, you know, for the anti-racism protocol to be put in place. So Now, what triggered that? What was the reason? What really triggered that? I'm not accepting, I'm not accepting, um, Paul, I enjoy what you're saying. I enjoy what you're saying, Paul, but um, I'm not accepting to bring people up on TikTok. If you want to join, please go on my YouTube. I need people to go on YouTube. That is where I can have interaction with people, not on TikTok. So Paul, I still want to read what Paul is saying. I still I still want to read what Paul is saying. Paul, thanks for this. Ah, Paul fan. Richard said that. No, I'm not. Paul. Incidentally, I'm a United fan. Man United. I'm a United fan. So I'm not a sport fan. No, no, not at all. I'm a United fan. So if you want to join us, my name is Jide Banwo on here. Jide Banwo, sports analyst. I'm a freelance sport journalist based here in Manchester, but my name on YouTube is Jide Banwo. So what we're saying is we're still talking about racism in the beautiful game. So yes, um, I was reading Richard's submission. Richard, I was reading your submission to know what you're saying. That I sounded like a Villa. No, I'm not a Villa fan. I'm not a Villa fan. So I want us to address what I'm talking about because saying that it's just going to be 30 minutes and we spent almost 10 minutes now. I don't want it to be too long because I want people to contribute. So yes, I love reading from you. Please, Richard, subscribe to my channel. Paul, do subscribe to my channel. From time to time, I talk about listen to all of sports. I talk about UFC, boxing, football that we all love, rugby. Those are the things that I talk about. So please subscribe. I really want to get it to over 1,000 because I'm new on YouTube. So it's something that I'm doing. So if you have not started following, please do. Like I said, what trigger that Vinicius goal and celebration? I think Vinicius himself. Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. Richard, I really want you to contribute. I want you to be one of the people that I grew up with on this channel. So I want you to be one of my old fans on here. So the what really triggered the reaction, the racial slur? Vinicius had just scored. When he scored, the only goal of the match and celebrated in the corner flag. That's when the tension rose. I think that was right in front of the opposing team. Just at the corner of, we all know that when Vinicius scores, he always run to the corner, the corner flag and have his dance. Incidentally, that place happened to be where the opposing team, I think Real was visiting. So that is in front of the home crowd, Benfica, the Benfica home crowd, which really didn't go down well with the fans, even the players. So are we now saying that because he celebrated that and he got a yellow card for it? Paul, where are you? He got a yellow card. This guy got a yellow card. Paul, are you still there? So he got a yellow card. Afterwards, afterwards, he got racially abused. He got racially abused. It doesn't work like that. You know, this person is human. This person is human. We're just saying this. We're just saying this. What if it happens to be your sibling? And the people should think now, let's be human. Thank you, Richard, for subscribing. Let's be human now. What if this person happens to be your sibling? We all forget because of this beautiful game that yes, they are professional. They are human. They are professionals. Yes, they are human. They're human. You can't say because this person is so arrogant, he dives, he does all these things. Yes, he's guilty of everything. Yes, I know. We all know he's guilty. He's Vinicius. He has a very strong personality that people don't really like him. And that's the fact. Especially when you're not a Real Madrid fan. But we forget this person is human. Yeah, Paul, I'm still gonna come to what Mourinho said. I'm still gonna come to what Mourinho said. You know, so Vinicius reported after the what's it called? The celebration. Vinicius reported hearing a word Monkey. Monkey. I don't want to get a strike because I don't want to call the word Monkey. While teammates, including Kylian Mbappe and Tchouameni, said they also heard repeated racist language and they supported him. But why must someone? Well, people don't really understand something that look. This is 2026. Let's say the older generations were wrong about all these things, all this discrimination thing. When 2026, when 2026, what do we want to show the people that are coming behind us when people are making such utterances, slurs, derogatory words? How can we be saying all those things? I don't get it. In this present age, we're still saying this. For real? People are traveling more, people are interacting more. You can't be that person is human like yourself. It's just the skin that is different. We bleed the same. We bleed the same. We can't say because that happened. He went to celebrate in front of the home crowd, which he got a yellow card for, and you now call him Monkey. Why? Why would you do that? You see, there was a show I was watching. Someone said he doesn't agree. The presenter said he doesn't agree that you know um the Christiani is a racist, but he agrees that he's an ignorant young man. That is an ignorant young man. That is out of ignorance. That if you are educated, exposed, definitely you won't be ignorant. But because he's not exposed, he's not educated, he's not well learned, that is why he's an ignorant. And I beg to differ. To some extent, I agreed, but you know, I beg to differ. Why would you say, why would you call people because everybody's doing it, then I have to do it? No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And that's one thing I don't get sometimes when they're calling some people, they're using the N word. That because you two want to feel among or acceptable, then you two are using it's derogatory, you know, words. Is not acceptable. I think the I think UEFA, FIFA, CAF, all these governing bodies, they need to do more on educating people. So I'm going to the next point now. Cristiani and Benfica's defense. Cristiani has firmly denied any racist abuse, saying Vinicius misunderstood him, and Benfica have publicly backed their player while promising full cooperation with UEFA's investigation. You see, are we saying that? Are we saying that there is no racism? I have a problem with Benfica on that. Are we saying that it has never happened, any racial slur has never happened in the home ground of Benfica? Are they trying to say, no, all our fans, even our players, don't say things like that. They deny, they back their players. Of course, that's what they will do, but it's wrong. They're an institution. Our players wronged. They should come out, you know, and apologize to the public, especially Vinicius. That no, this is what we did. And it's so unacceptable. They came out whole a whole club. And one of the old players now said he's disappointed. I can't even remember the name of the player. He played for one of the legends of of Benfica. Said that is so wrong. That Benfica is lovely club. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. The guy came out to say it. I've forgotten his name now. That no, it is wrong. That Benfica cannot do. They are not say that. People should take responsibility. Your player did wrong in front of the whole world. People were watching. And you now said Benfica now. Benfica shouldn't have done that. Benfica should have come out, be like, yes, our hands are up. Yes, our player did this, and it was wrong. And we want to issue an apology. We want to issue an apology that we're sorry about this. People will, this thing will have just, but how can a club come out and say, oh no? You can't do that. You can't do that. Which leads to the next point. UEFA's investigation and possibly sanction. Prestiani law. Prestiani law. The law, the Prestiani law states that, you know, as of today, no, no, UEFA has appointed an ethic and disciplinary inspector under Article 14, proving racist conduct can bring heavy punishment, typically a minimum of 10-match ban if guilt is established. So we're saying that allegedly, if Cristiani is guilty of this, they can get up to 10-match ban if guilt is established that is guilty of this. So it can be up to 10-match ban. And I think that, on a more serious note, I think that they need to be able to bring a criminal conviction to people. You see, until it gets to that, because they are doing with fans, they can be charged. Fans can be charged, and that's a criminal offense. So if they now institute the same thing, they institute the same thing to players, opponent players, I think racism will greatly reduce. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts, guys? Do you think that it should get to that level? You reckon it should get to that level? So, Christiani law, or what FIFA is trying to put in place, is that when you are talking to a player, if you are talking to a player, you guys are of the same club, you can cover your mouth, you can do, probably bring your clothing to your mouth because you don't want people to know. But if you are talking to an opposing team, club, you are talking to them, you are not allowed. You are going to get a red card. The referee sees you talking to an opponent player or club with your clothing up, you should be given a red card as a player. That is what Christiani law states. What do you mean by OTT? Please, Paul? I have lots of things. I can't think of OTT now. Please, can you spell it out? So that's what is required now. That is the law that FIFA is trying to put in place now, and it's called Christiani law or Christiani's law. That when you're talking with your teammates, you can cover it because you don't want them to know. Maybe you want to play an indirect kick or something. You can always. But when it comes to you talking to an opponent, and you are covering either you are covering your mouth or you are using your clothes, and the referee sees you, that's red card, yellow or red card, instantly. I think that could work. If you ask me, that could work, and probably in as much as I want this, the whole thing to come to really reduce, because people, these are people. These are people. So I think I have 4 more minutes. I don't want to really take people's time. So has Cristiani been banned now as of today, there is no confirmed suspension or ban. The case remains under formal UEFA investigation. So any disciplinary outcome is still pending. So as of today, Christiani is still free. There's no conviction, doesn't have any ban, doesn't have anything against him as of today. But investigation is going on. It's an ongoing thing, which leads to the other key points, which is Mourinho. I want to end this thing in 48. You know, what Jose Mourinho said and why it caused backlash. And that's the thing. When Jose Mourinho was playing, was a manager for Chelsea, there are lots of you know black players that he recruited to play for him. Is it Drogba? Is it Michael Essien? Is it John Mikel Obi? Maluda? He really. This is someone that, but he made a statement. It suggests that Vicious should have celebrated in a respectful way, and implied the celebration may have incited the situation. Whilst also saying he wanted to remain independent on racism claim. You don't say things like that. So that means you are saying that what the player Christiani did was justified. That's what he said. That's what that means. Say you can't say that. This Jose Mourinho is an iconic manager. Is that he's an icon. Everybody respected him. But look at what happened. Look at what happened. So that transpired, and people were shocked that Jose Mourinho could say that. So what's the wider implication for football? And that's my last point. Then I summarize. This incident has reignited global debates about racism protocol, players' protection and accountability in European football, especially when vicious history of racial abuse case and the strong reaction from players and anti-racism voices. This is something that has been happening over the time. It's not new. This has been going on for a while. And let me round up now the summary. Vicious Junior alleged racist abuse from Prestiani during a heated Champions League. Moments after his goal celebration, Cristiani denies the claim. UEFA is investigating, and no ban has been issued yet. While Mourinho's comments about the celebration have intensified the debate around racism in football, that is the topic that we discussed today. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate this. I had a wonderful time reading your chats. Thank you for all the people that came on to YouTube to support me. And if you are on the other platform too, I say thank you. And that is it from me on this topic. I hope we've been able to do justice. I hope we've been able to get one thing or the other. From what I've been able to say, racism is not a good thing. It's not something that should be thriving in the peaceful, you know, in the beautiful game. It has no place in football. So until I come your way again next time, I'll say bye from myself. My name remains Jide. I'm a sports analyst, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Bye.